All right, the latest news break coming in. Former Karnataka Chief Minister, JDS leader HDK Kumaraswamy has said Congress is another name for horse trading. Congress is an expert in dividing political parties, purchasing MLAs. In fact, the term horse trading in politics has come to be in use because of it. These are the words of a former alliance partner of the Congress, JDS leader HD Kumaraswamy. He's on the phone line with me. Appreciate Mr. Kumaraswamy for joining us. Thank you. Mr. Kumaraswamy, very harsh words for your own alliance partner very recently, where you say Congress is another name for horse trading. Mr. Kumaraswamy, can you hear me, sir? All right, we're going to be joined by Mr. HD Kumaraswamy in just about 10 seconds, but that's the latest news coming in. It's interesting, all of this is playing out in the backdrop of what has happened in Rajasthan, where the Congress is blaming the Bharatiya Janata Party for horse trading, for poaching, but, changing the dynamics completely is now former alliance partner of the Congress in Karnataka. Mind you, the Congress and the JDS had a very uneasy alliance where HD Kumaraswamy became the chief minister. He, in this case, now stating Congress is another name for horse trading. Congress is an expert in dividing political parties, purchasing MLAs. In fact, the term horse trading in politics came to be in use because of the Congress. Very, very harsh words coming in from a man who till very recently and a party was in bed with the Congress politically. Both of them had an alliance in Karnataka. It was an uneasy alliance of sorts. HD Kumaraswamy on the phone line with us. Appreciate you joining us, sir. Very harsh words for a former alliance partner, Mr. Kumaraswamy, when you say Congress is another name for horse trading.
Here I am not, today's my view is not to attack Congress or anybody. Hello?
Yes, sir, go on.
Today why I remind the Congress friends also, even BJP friends also. Now they are protesting on the street regarding Rajasthan development. I am questioning Congress friends why they are protesting. Now they are telling to save the democratic system, they are ready to sacrifice their lives also. It is not necessary. Their life is very, very valuable. Here, I wanted to remember some previous developments. I wanted to bring their notice about the previous development. Last time, what Siddaramaiah government here in Karnataka, they have encouraged our party 8 MLAs to cross vote in the Rajya Sabha election. Even previous SM Krishna government also, they have taken the support of Congress, even BJP and JDS, even at that time. Now regarding that Rajasthan issue, they wanted to protest on the street in the country. In Karnataka, the government which was formed by the High Command request in Karnataka, BJP, they have successfully, by misusing all kind of unethical ways, they have succeeded. But for that, what is the role of Congress here? The day one itself, one section of Congress friends, close circle, they have encouraged BJP friends to destabilize and to, so whatever the stable government, they wanted to destabilize those governments. So that Congress is the root cause in this country. The way in which in Karnataka, this government removed during my period, that is the backbone of thinking of Congress friends only. They have encouraged BJP
saying,
friends.
Mr. Kumaraswamy, that the Congress in Karnataka has been using money to poach MLAs from your party.
No, that is previous government. That has happened in previous government. Now they wanted to save the Rajasthan government. They are telling regarding BJP. BJP, they have used, even in 2008, they have succeeded to convince those MLAs from Congress and JDS, even in 2008, they have forced them to resign by offering huge money. All those things that has happened in 2008. More than 20 MLAs, they resigned, even at that time, to strengthen their government. Even in 2008, BJP friends. Here, the stable government, how they can remove. For that, actually, BJP here, what they put effort, how they succeeded. For that, who encouraged in the background. Same thing they are applying in Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan now.
Right.
This is the main root cause. The encouragement by several Congress friends only.
So you're saying it's all a game plan of the Congress, but Mr. Kumaraswamy, many would say, and this is my last question, sir, that you yourself was in alliance with the same party with not very long back.
Yeah, no, I have not gone anybody's door to take the support. I am not interested even in that period. We told Congress friends to take the lead as a chief minister. Actually, even they only came, they only supported, they only removed the government. How they encouraged at that time.
And they horse traded at that time.
One more thing. Yes, madam. One more thing. I request the Honorable Prime Minister. He had huge majority now. If really in this political system, any democratic system has to be saved, my personal request to the Honorable Prime Minister, with the huge majority, he can modify the anti-defection law. This anti-defection law will not going to save this your democratic system. It will not going to strengthen. If Honorable Prime Minister, if he meant, he can introduce new amendment by changing this present amendment.
Yes, sir.
Who are going to destabilize the government, madam, these elected representatives. If those kind of elected representatives depart for 2 successive elections, any elections, with their family members also not to contest. That kind of amendment, if it comes, then this democracy can save. Otherwise,
right, well, that's an amendment, Mr. Kumaraswamy, that has been long time, has been a demand, but appreciate you joining us, Mr. Kumaraswamy. These are harsh words. You say you don't mean to, berate the Congress, but very, very harsh words coming in for your own ally partner, where you say even the Congress indulged in horse trading as well. So it's a little rich coming in from the Congress. Thank you, Mr. Kumaraswamy. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you. All right, let's move on now to our focus story this evening, which is on Uttar Pradesh and the rising crime graph. Now, Uttar Pradesh has been the hotbed of crime. Kidnappings, abductions, we're just giving you out the numbers there. 21,711. All of this in the last 1 year. Murders, 4,018. Rapes, 3,946. And the other crimes, just look at that number. Mind-boggling. This is where Uttar Pradesh stands in the graph against crime. But what we're talking about right now is most unfortunate, which is the killing of a 14-year-old boy in Gorakhpur for a ransom of 1 crore rupees. This young boy was killed. Another testimony of a crime-ridden state, Uttar Pradesh. In a gruesome act, a 14-year-old boy is kidnapped in Gorakhpur. A ransom is demanded of 1 crore. The boy is killed within hours of abduction. The boy, who's 14 years old, all of 14 years old. The anatomy of this crime, location Gorakhpur, Pipraij. A 6th grade student, the son of a pawn shop owner, goes out to play on the 26th July. He's kidnapped. The kidnappers call his parents, demand 1 crore as ransom. The family in turn informs the cops. The last call for ransom is made at 9 p.m. 26th July. The police trace the call to a shop owner close by to the boy's father's shop. The cops nab the shop owner and 3 others. On 27th July, another person is arrested. The arrest leads to the unfortunate truth. The boy was killed on the 26th itself.
ये हड़बड़ी में बच्चे ने शोर और मचाया जहाँ भी इन्होंने रखा था, तो वहाँ पर बच्चा इनको पहचान गया था। इस वजह से उस बच्चे की आवाज़ दबाने की प्रयास किए। उसको पोस्टमार्टम में स्ट्रैंगुलेशन आया, जैसे रस्सी से उसको गला पकड़ लेते। इस तरह की बातें पोस्टमार्टम में आई है।
The Chief Minister of a state, shamed by being labelled India's crime capital, is now mulling slapping NSA against the perpetrators of this crime. The opposition has torn into the Yogi government. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra tweeted, "It's the reign of Gunda Raj in Uttar Pradesh. Has the head of the state stopped seeing the news? Doesn't the state's home department see what is happening?" The kidnapping happened in the Chief Minister's home district, Gorakhpur. All that has been done is whitewashing, with a few transfers. The BSP and SP also attacked the Yogi government.
यदि इनकी सरकार ये चाहती है कि प्रदेश में अपराधियों का नहीं बल्कि कानून का राज चलना चाहिए, तो इसके लिए इनको बिना कोई शर्म किए हुए, तो इसके लिए इनको बीएसपी के शासनकाल से काफी कुछ इस मामले में सबक सीखना होगा।
In the last 1 month, instances of Vikas Dubey's encounter, a journalist being shot in the head after he lodged a police complaint in Ghaziabad, and evidence of some members of the Kanpur police being involved with gangsters in demanding ransom for a kidnapping. All these instances have shamed the Uttar Pradesh state. The reign of Yogi Adityanath in Uttar Pradesh began with one promise: to break the state's crime matrix. A drive against gangsters and corruption. But 3 years later, after Yogi Raj, the state is still steeped in Gunda Raj. Bureau Report, India Today. I apologize to our panelists. We've had a bit of news breaks. This is going to be a very quick express debate this evening. Supriya Srinath, Congress spokesperson, Anila Singh, BJP spokesperson, Vikram Singh, former UP DJP. Appreciate all three of you for joining us. Anila Singh, you know, the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh wrote on the promise of removing crime. Today, Yogi Raj is pretty much Gunda Raj.
I object. Preeti, I think this is absolutely incorrect when you say that Yogi Raj means Gunda Raj. Indirectly, you are saying that Yogi Adityanath ji is a Gunda. So he
no,
is
I'm not saying that, Anila Singh, and I don't want to argue about that. I'm not saying that. But I can give you the figures of the crime graph in your state. But yes, make your point.
Allow me. So, to contradict what you have said right now, that Uttar Pradesh has become Gunda Raj state, whatever. And if you talk about the NCRP figures, then I can tell you, if we compare 2017 figure to 2019 figure, then there is a drastic reduction in crimes, whether we talk about murders or kidnappings or rapes. So it has come. I have got facts and figures with me right now in front of my eyes, and I can tell you it has reduced. But at the same time, when we come across any incident, whether we talk about Gorakhpur or Kanpur or Ghaziabad, definitely they are shocking, and the opposition, they get an opportunity to bash the ruling government. They can do that, but at the same time, one has to appreciate that when Bharatiya Janata Party came into power in Uttar Pradesh, whole of the UP was infested by crime. Samajwadi Party meant party of criminals. BSP meant party of corrupts. So Bharatiya Janata Party is working day in and day out to correct the system. Like if somebody says that a state which is populated, the most populated state of our country, doesn't have a single crime and should not have a single crime,
okay.
I think they are asking more.
Supriya Srinath, the opposition making too much about it. The crime graph has not actually gone up but reduced as per Anila Singh.
You know, I don't want to get into this mudslinging match. I come from Uttar Pradesh, Preeti, and my head hangs in shame each time a crime like this comes. Gorakhpur is an adjoining district with my constituency, Maharajganj, and I can tell you how lopsided and what kind of lawlessness is prevailing in UP. And Ms. Anila Singh may well point out numbers. In 2018, the NCRB data has point and again prove that UP is the crime capital of the country today, whether it is rape, whether it is abduction, whether it is murder. And I just want to point out one thing. You know, we can keep blaming the opposition for making noise and all of that. We need to look inwards. We need to strengthen law and order. And unless that is not going to happen, we will see lawlessness. We will see this Gunda Raj. I will give you one very small figure, which I think as politicians, we need to introspect and recommend. Ms. Anila Singh, what will your answer be that out of the 312 MLAs of the BJP in this very assembly, 114 of them, which is nearly 40% of them, face criminal charges? And let me tell you, 83 of them face grave criminal charges like rape and murder. And can these people be entrusted with improving the law and order situation in Uttar Pradesh? Every day there is a grave situation. Journalists are not spared. In fact, what is commonplace in Uttar Pradesh is not the crime, but people who raise their voice against these crimes are the ones who are made to be silenced. So what kind of argument is being made about the opposition trying to find an opportunity that is farthest from the truth? The reality is law and order in Uttar Pradesh has pretty much crumbled, and we need to introspect, and only then can we fix the problem.
Let me bring in Vikram Singh, former UP DGP. Vikram Singh, if you know, the figures that I just read are appalling. Anila Singh begs to differ. She says the crime graph has come down.
Preeti, figures don't prove a thing. I would say India IPS does not stand for Indian Police Service. It stands for Index of People Satisfaction. If people are satisfied with the policing, the figures, whatever they may be, are convincing. But if the people are under threat, the people are appalled, the people are scared, they are petrified, then whatever statistics I may give, they are unconvincing and they're not worth the piece of paper on which they are written. Let us not go by statistics, let us go by the facts that you have given and the horrible fault lines that you have mentioned, starting from Western UP to the extreme east, the case in Gorakhpur, the kidnapping and murder, the case in Kanpur, kidnapping and murder, in Western UP, murder of Vikram Tyagi because he had lodged a complaint and no action was taken by the local police, right from the chowki to the thana to the circle officer and at the guested officer level. I would say that the highest police officer of the state came on television show and said that we have been able to conduct free and fair elections, peaceful elections. There was no communal riot and there was all festivals passed off peacefully. Okay, very good. But this is a part of a law and order complement of policing that contributes only to about 25% of policing. The salt and the bread and butter of policing control over crime and criminals. And it is here that if first timers have the audacity to commit like this, there's something horribly wrong in the policing.
I want to give 10 seconds to Anila Singh and Supriya Srinate. I apologize. We just had a bit of breaking news today, so it's gotten taken over a bit. Anila Singh, 10 seconds to conclude.
Absolutely, Preeti. I just want to say one thing here. I listened what Supriya said just now. I do not want to get indulged in what Supriya says or any other political party says about Bharatiya Janata Party ruling in Uttar Pradesh. I know one thing. Like if people voted in 2014, then 17, then 19, this shows their trust in Bharatiya Janata Party government in Uttar Pradesh. They know it that Chief Minister is working for them. They know that Chief Minister doesn't stand with the criminals.
Okay.
Chief
Supriya,
Minister's message is very clear.
Okay, Ms. Singh, I like I said, I apologize. 10 seconds, Supriya, I need to close the show today.
I will just say, Preeti, that unless we don't admit that there is a crumbling law and order situation, we cannot fix this. And I think the onus and the buck on this stops with the UP Chief Minister. He needs to acknowledge that it has gone to shambles and he needs to fix it. Looking the other way and calling the opposition names is not going to fix this problem.
Appreciate you all for joining us. Thank you. And once again, apologies for, we had a bit of breaking news earlier, but all of this debate on both sides, what the BJP says, what the Congress says, or what any lawmaker says, ultimately it's a question that dies in front of a mother who's just lost a 14-year-old son. 14-year-old. Let that sink in. Dead, killed by gangsters in Gorakhpur. Thank you for joining us. Up next is Rahul Kamal. Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.